Hi everyone. This is an extra day, another share. It's just an extra one. I'm going to upload this right away because it's time sensitive. Alright, my name is Phyllis and I'm the owner of Man Moody Quilting. I will put the link down below if you want to see more of these videos. Subscribe and ring the bell if you want to be notified when I go live. If I start doing that, I have the right to go live. I have requested it and they say I can now, so I will be restricted. I'm not at 1,000 subscribers, so I'd love to be at 1,000 so I wouldn't be restricted as much, but I'm only restricted, I think it's 25 viewers on my lives at a time right now because I'm below 1,000 subscribers. So let's get to this. This is going to be a little long. I wanted to give some of you people who maybe are buying for quilters or crafters some stocking stuffers or gift ideas this year. So the first thing I'm going to show you is something called Square in a Square, Flying Geese. They're little tiny papers. Now this makes a Square in a Square that's 2 inches big. Okay, and there's so many papers in there to make so many, and it's like foundation paper, so it's like paper piecing. The square will be unfinished block would be 2.5 and finish at 2. So there's the Square in a Square 2 inches, then there's a Square in a Square 3 inches, and a Square in a Square 4 inches. And do they say 42? They make 40. This one makes 42. Do they make all? Yes, they all make 42 blocks. Okay, this is the 3-inch one, finished 3 inches. So 3.5. Once it's put into sewn together with something else, it becomes 3 inches finished. Now they also did Flying Geese. Now Flying Geese, there's two. This is what the papers look like. So there's 2 of them on each paper, and this is 1 inch by 2 inch Flying Geese foundation paper. It makes 84. So there is 1 by 2, a 2 by 4, and a 3 by 6, and they all make, let me just hold that up again, 3 by 6, 2 by 4, and 1 by 2. Now I've shown a lot of these things when they've come in. I've done a video, a YouTube video on them. So those are the paper foundations that are in stock. There is something else that works with paper. They're called cake mixes. Right now they're on sale for 30% discounted. This is the recipe number 12. And this one is recipe number 1. I have 1 and 2s still available. I have 9 to 12 available. Now the number as they go up doesn't mean that they're harder to work with. These are not hard at all. They work with 10-inch squares. And what I think I might do is do a quick little video to show you one of the ones that I'm working on right now. All my foundation papers are done, but it's really easy. You just follow the instructions and then you cut. So you have, let me see if I can gently take this one, because they have this little thing here. You know what, I'll just carefully open this one. Okay, there we go. So you have, this is what the papers look like inside. So you have arrows on dotted lines and with numbers. So it will say where to start. It says start at the star, and then you just sew. You would just sew on the dotted lines, following the numbers. Okay, and then when you're finished all your sewing, you would cut on the solid lines all the way around, and all the solid lines. You'd cut this one, you'd cut here, it's kind of hard to show you. You cut here and you cut here and so forth. So you would, this would be your first cut. This would be, and then you can cut these papers off on the solid line, and then you would cut this and cut this solid and so forth and so on. So you sew on the dotted line, you cut on the, and you would have two squares right sides together, this put on top of one of the sides, and then you would pin in the free places or the open spaces away from your sewing lines, and then you would just sew and then tear the paper, cut and tear the paper off. So these ones, for number one, they give you block layout suggestions right here, and they tell you you need 1 layer cake plus 1 print layer cake. So you need, what I usually do is I would take a layer cake and then I would choose a background fabric and about 3 1/8 yards. I don't know what that converts to meters of background, and cut them down to 42 10-inch squares to match up with your layer cake. Now my layer cakes are 40 squares in my packaging, and I'm going to show you the layer cakes. So this is another great thing. I have a few layer cakes in different collections. There's also some jelly rolls, and you can look, I have patterns, as you can see behind me here, right here, somewhere in here. I have patterns that work with jelly rolls. So that would be a really nice gift. A jelly roll with a pattern, and of course you'd need some background fabric to go with that. You can always call me on that. Now some other suggestions for quick gift ideas is little bundles of fat quarters bundled as a collection. And this one is DIY. This is called DIY, and it's a nice collection. It's very modern. And then I have another collection, much bigger, much more available, called this is Garden Life from Tilda. So there's in this one there's 23 fat quarters. So we have the prints of Garden Life, and then their corresponding solids are in here also. So I think I only have one of these available, but I have other bundles also available. And if there is a collection that you would like to have as a bundle, you can call me and I'll put something together for you. So so that's some suggestions in fabrics. You can also just buy fat quarters, half meters of whatever fabrics you want. So that's pretty easy. I have some panels. I have patterns that call for panels, and they're put together as a pattern and a panel. So the other things, the smaller things, more stocking stuffers. Well, before I get to the stocking stuffers, this is a little big for stocking stuffers. I have a few of these. So this is a pattern that makes that, and it's English paper piecing. All the pieces are in there, the patterns are in there. I believe there is enough papers to make, I'd like to say 6 of those, but I can't remember. I cannot remember. I've done the math on it. I've checked. I can't open this one. So I think it's 6, possibly 9. Possibly 9. So that's a really nice gift, and it's meant to be used with your scraps and stuff like that. Now there's 2 other products that I just adore. This one is an 18 by 18 design board called Stitch. It's from Lori Holt, Be in Your Bonnet. And I love this. You can cut out all your block pieces, lay them out in the order that they have to be sewn, and then you go from your cutting table to your sewing machine and put this down beside your sewing machine, and then you can pick up two pieces that are supposed to be sewn together, sew them together, finger press them, or you can roll and press with this, and you can press them with this or your fingers, place it back down, pick up the next piece that is supposed to be sewn to that piece, and so forth and so on, keeping everything close together. And then if, let's say for example, you realize that you don't have time to finish this block and you have something else you have to get done ASAP, you can just pick everything up without moving it over to another table or out of your way while you quickly sew something else together, like hemming or binding. Okay, so that's a really great gift also. Now there is something, this one here, this is Creative Grid, and this is a Stripology extra large ruler. And those of you who know Creative Grid knows that they're skid free. They're really nice rulers, and there's the Stripology has grooves every ½ inch that you can slide your rotary cutter in, and then this way you will make way better cuts and you won't have anything moving, and your blade won't wobble because it's secure in the slot, and the slots are every ½ inch apart, so you can really utilize this. This is the extra large, so this is a great gift for that quilter that is either starting off and needing a little assistance on their strip cutting. So now we're going to get right into the stuff that I think are really fun as stocking stuffers. And they're not overly priced, some of them. Some of them are, I'll be honest with you, some of them are expensive. But these little clips, these are the Wonder Clips. There's 10 in there for $5. There's the little the mini ones, they're really tiny. And I love these minis. I don't know why. Tiny things always has, I always find them really cute and I have to have them. So these are little Wonder Clips. These are the little minis. I use them to hold things together, especially if I'm cutting a lot of blocks out and I'm not ready to go to the sewing machine. Let's say I'm cutting out and prepping and bagging. I will maybe clip a little mini with all the pieces together so I don't lose them, and then I will bag it into a Ziploc type of bag. I'm anal with that. So there's 10 for $4.50, and then there's these jumbo ones, and there is 10 in here, 10 for $7.50. So these are really good priced, very well priced. Now the other things that I use for a lot of stuff, there's these bobbin clamps. So these clamp around the thread that's in your bobbin so they don't unravel on you. Great stocking stuffer. This is thread spool huggers. So let's say those spools that do not have a little place to prevent, like a little slot to prevent the thread from unraveling. You can wrap these around and your thread won't unravel off the spool. And then there's two types of Bobbin Buddies. There's Bobbin Buddies #1. It's a hard plastic. These are great. I've done a video on how these work. And then there's Bobbin Buddy #2. This part fits into the hole of your spool, and then your bobbin will go on that. So these are great little stocking stuffers. There is four of these bobbin clamps at $3.50. There's 4 of these at $3.50, and there's 4 of these at $3.50. And then these little guys, the #1 bobbin, and they're not #1, they're just called Bobbin Buddies, and they're $3 for 5. These are a little cheaper. So those are really great. Then there's these tile magnets that are great for English paper piecing, holding fabrics together. A lot of people use these with English paper piecing, or maybe holding applique pieces, or penny rugs. If you're into doing penny rugs, these are little circles and these are little rectangles. So these are great. They're very powerful. They're not cheap. There's a set of 5 of these for $19.05, and then these little dotty ones, I think this is a set of 5 also. Yeah, a pack of 5 at $23.05. These are not cheap. They're expensive, but they're, people tell me that those who do the English paper piecing, they love them because they don't, it holds the pieces together, and all you have to do is gently hold and whip stitch your pieces together, and you have no problems. All right, another interesting gift idea is these pins. Okay, so this one is this one here is numbered from 1 to 10. So they're all numbered, and they look like what you see in the pin, and they're numbered. So let's say, for example, you're putting together rows of blocks, and you got your rows, and then we number them, so we make sure that they go into the right direction of how we laid them out. So you would put one of these number 1 for row 1, 2 for row, and so forth and so on. So, and you can do it with the blocks too as you're sewing together. You can pin, if let's say you're doing a row of 4 blocks, you can put 1, 2, 3, 4 pins numbered 1, 2, 3, 4 on the thing. So when you pick them up and take them, you know that this one is going to be on the left side, this one's going to be beside it, so forth and so on in number, and then you can just take the one and put it on and continue on with each row. Now this one, like I said, goes from 1 to 10. They're numbered 1 to 10. And this one is numbered 11 to 20. 11 to 20. So it's 2 of these, the 2 of them will give you way more than you need in numbers, up to 20 if you buy the 2 sets. So these are $16.25 plus tax. There's 100 decorative numbered pins. 1 to 10. So I think it's 10 pieces per number, but I'm not 100% sure of that. That's the math I'm doing in my head. Yeah, I think that's about right. Okay, they are 1 3/4 inches long. They are long, but they're great. Like I said, really great. All right, let's move on. I already covered this. This is a roller press and press. So this will press your seams open, press them to one side before you get to an iron. Especially if you're doing a block and you're sewing sections together, and instead of going to the iron for each section, you can roll it and then sew the whole block together, making sure that when you roll, you've rolled to the direction that you want, blah, blah, blah. And then you can go to the iron and properly pressed with, and I use steam. $24.45 for one of these. These are not cheap, but if you like those kind of things. Now I wanted to go, and these scissors, perfect scissors. I have one of each of the sizes in this one, this little one, and Kay Buckley. What's nice is they fit your thumb. You don't get your thumb stuck in there, and it doesn't hurt. It's very comfortable. This one is the same way, very, very comfortable. And they come with, they're very sharp. They're very pointy. So they come with a protector cover to go over your blade, so you won't stab anything or anybody. We don't want to stab anybody. But they're that pointy that they could do damage. So you want to put the sleeve on top of them. So they are, this one is $30 plus tax, and this is $38.50 plus tax. Very comfortable, very, very comfortable to hold in your hands. Okay, now there's something else that's fun. Those of you who do a lot of quilting, you might take a lot of time to find the perfect fabric color or whatever, depending on the pattern you're using. And these are great. Swatch Buddies, reusable fabric swatch fan kit. Okay, so you would put on the back side, excuse me, your fabric swatch, and then you can write on, I think on one side you write, I have never really opened these up. Anyways, I think on one side you have a sticker that you put on, and you can write on it and say where the fabric was from, what project, whatever, like whatever information you need to put on. And then they have the refills. So these are available. The original kit with the refill with a refill is $13.75. The refills are $4.75. So the refills are very reasonably priced. So they're available. That's a great stocking stuffer. Those of you who do a lot of quilting and ironing of your quilts, Best Press, great stocking stuffer, also $14.75 right now. There is also Acorn Precision Piecing Products. Those of you who know, this is a glue, this is a pen with the treatment. You put the treatment in the pen. These are great if you're doing precision type piecing. I love to use this on tiny stuff, like 1-inch pieces being sewn together or something like really out there that you're piecing together. You can also use it to put borders on instead of pins, so you have less distortion, so forth and so on. So this is the starter kit, and the starter kit is $37.50. Okay, plus tax. Now, I wanted to quickly address a few other things. I have these sew by number printed pattern kits. This is, I only have one left. This one is an insulated, it comes with insulated batting. There's only one pattern in there. The batting is actually pre-printed and you just follow the lines. It's like foundation paper piecing, but a little different. You're going through the batting. Now this one, there's a set of 3 shopping totes. It comes with the stuff that's in there that's printed. There's 3 different styles in there. So it comes with the stiffener, and the stiffener is printed. Read the instructions. It comes with the bottom stiffener plastic that can come out so you can wash your bag. This one comes with whatever you need to complete your bag. The only thing that you're providing is the fabric. So that's the insulated one. And this one is the big shopping tote bag. And I'm going to show you what, I made one, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. So that's what it looks like. And right now I have paper in there to stick in, like to keep it open, but I really love it. Right now it's just on display in the store, but I'm hoping that someday I'll be able to actually use it for grocery shopping or other types of shopping. So this is one of the 3 from the set of 3 that I did. I haven't had time to do the other 2, but I hope to do them in the new year. Now the other thing I wanted to show you is triangles on a roll. So these are half square triangles. I have different sizes. This one, like I have the 2-inch. I have 2 1/4. I have the 2 1/2. I have the 1 3/4, the 1 1/4, and I have the 1 inch. I'm sold out of all the other ones that I had. So these are what I have in stock. Some of them I only have one left. Some of them I have more than one. The last thing I thought that I would like to talk about quickly, and which it makes a really great gift. It's a subscription to the Fat Quarter Club. So what it is, it's 6 fat quarters that you would receive every month. So let's say, for example, you decide to subscribe today. You would get December's. You don't know what you're getting. I do not show it in advance. I'll show you the past ones that have gone out and that I've done. This one was the month 3. So that would be November. This was November Club. So every month you would receive. You can subscribe for 3 months. You can subscribe for 6 months. If you the fat quarters, 6 of them will add up to $32.25. And if you just want the one time, you get you pay $32.25. If you subscribe for 3 months, you will get a 10% discount each month. If you subscribe for 6 months, you would get a 15% discount. 15, not 50, 15% discount every month. If you're local and you don't want to pay shipping, unfortunately, the way the subscription app works is that they automatically charge you shipping regardless. Just on your first subscription, there's a little place to write a note to me. I do look for those notes and I do read them. Tell me if you're wanting to pick up on a monthly basis your subscription. And so this way I will, every month I will reimburse your card ASAP on the day that the subscription goes through and your card gets charged. I will go down and fill out and refund you the shipping and the tax on the shipping ASAP. And then you would be told that it's fulfilled and you would be able to make arrangements to come pick up. And once you have paid, you can pick up on the same day if you want to. There's no, I don't do a cutoff or a cutoff date. Okay, I don't ship everybody's on the day. I ship when you pay, regardless of what month. So let's say, for example, I have some people scheduled to be getting on the 4th and 5th of each month. Well, they can pick up that week. They can pick up that day. Once it's filled, once I'm charged, I fulfill the order and it's ready for you. If you subscribe on the 15th of that month, you get that month. So if you subscribe today, you'd get the December one. There's no cutoff. It's for the month. The cutoff is the end and beginning of each month. So let's say, for example, if somebody orders on the last day of the month, the following month they will get charged again on the last day of the next month, and they get that month, whatever month it is. They get that month in December. Let's say if they the last day of December they order, and then their next, and they subscribe. I am not explaining this very good. At least I don't think so. But if you subscribe on the last day of each month, so let's say you go in today at the last day of December, you would get December's. The next one you would be charged for January's on whatever date. So if you did it on the 30th of December, you start your subscription the 30th of December, your next month would be the 30th of January, or whatever that is. Okay, so this is a great gift. If you subscribe for 6 months, they get a gift in the mail, or they can come pick up every month for 6 months. Okay, great gift. So that is it for some suggestions on Christmas gifts and stocking stuffers. And I hope to see you guys in the new year. I am going to continue filming throughout, I hope, throughout the holidays with ideas and other suggestions for the new year for new projects and stuff. So we'll see you on the next time. Bye.